Good Wednesday morning, Quad Cities. We continue to track in a very potent winter storm, and the threat for ice still very much on the table for our northern hometowns as we go throughout today. This is a big storm system. It's going to impact some 40+ states, whether it's winter weather, severe weather, wind, heavy rain. The works will be possible as we go throughout today. So already we've got a winter weather advisory for parts of the area, also an ice storm warning for others. I want to show you who's got what right now. So an ice storm warning for Joe Davis County, Jackson County. That is in effect until noon tomorrow. If you're under that, you can expect up to ½ inch of ice. Also some power outages likely too by later this afternoon and evening. Further south, you've got a winter weather advisory, including the Iowa Quad Cities, and that is for a light glazing of ice and some slick roadways. Not expecting a lot of power problems, at least here in the immediate Quad Cities. And it's no wonder areas that do have that ice storm warning, where you're seeing the freezing rain is in pink here. And notice how it really lasts for several hours in those same areas that are under the ice storm warning. The rest of us transition to all rain by this afternoon, and quite a bit of it. But further to the north, you've still got areas that are in this ice storm warning, still getting freezing rain all the way through 8, 9 o'clock tonight before it all comes to an end before midnight. So that's where our greatest concern for ice accumulation is going to be. Right up towards Maquoketa, Galena, Savannah, north of Sterling Rock Falls, north of Clinton. That's where up to ¼ inch of ice is possible. If you get closer to the US 20 corridor, Galena, that's where you can see potentially up to ½ inch of ice, and that will certainly do quite a bit of damage to the power lines. Here's the impacts expected depending on where you live. So if you get ½ inch of ice, it's inconvenient, some impact to travel, your windshield becomes fully coated, there's a glaze of ice on trees and power lines, and there are some minor power outages. But when you get up to ½ inch or more, we're talking about crippling conditions. Travel is impossible. Multiple trees and power lines are down, and of course that leads to widespread power outages. So if you're under the ice storm warning, keep your cell phone charged, be prepared for power outages, because as you see here, just ½ inch of ice can add up to as much as 500 pounds of additional weight onto a span of power lines. It's quite a lot. Let's plan on a YouTube live discussion today at 10 o'clock this morning. We'll do that on our YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com. In the search bar, type WQAD News 8. There you will find our channel. You can also find a link to this at WQAD.com. Well, what can we expect for the rest of the week into the weekend? Well, we're definitely going to be colder on Friday, that's for sure. But we do make up for that big time by the weekend. Widespread 40s for Saturday and Sunday into the 50s. Warm enough next week that the next powerful storm system will have us feeling more like spring with some springtime thunderstorms arriving on Monday. So stick with us. We'll continue tracking this ice storm, again, especially for our northern hometowns throughout the day, right here on the social media channel and platforms, and of course, live on WQAD and WQAD.com.